right, so part 4 is gonna be a little different than what the other parts have been. Usually I don't do something like this at the beginning of my videos, but on this one, I have to. I did is I messed up a little bit on videoing part 4. I did part of the wiring and then forgot to get the rest of it because I was so excited about starting the Hemi up. You know, I mean, come on, it's putting a V8 in a Jeep. What else is gonna be more exciting about that? So anyhow, so hope all those videos that have been putting together for wiring of the HP70 transmission has been helpful for everybody. If you do have any questions that arise for Todd or me, feel free to hit us up. Hit Todd up at jeepspeed.com. You can email him or call him, shoot him a message on his phone or any of that, or you could even hit me up here on YouTube. You could also check me out on Instagram at adventures.of.sarge. Is at Instagram, or you can look me up on Facebook of Adventures of Sarge. So hope again this is working out for everybody and helping you guys out. It's been a big learning curve for me. So thanks again for joining. Enjoy the last part of this part 4 of wiring the 8HP70. Thanks again.
All right, so next part is to start wiring the power wires for the transmission. So a couple ways of going about this. You can find something that has 12 volt consistent under your dash or run it straight to the battery. I'm running mine straight to the battery. That's going to be the red wire, okay? Then you need a ground, and what you do is you bring the ground, brought it around, and it actually drops down. See if I can shine a flashlight back in there. And you can see, as I drop my camera, come on, there we go. That ground right there in the middle with the green, you can see the blue end going down to it. That's a good body ground. There's many grounds that go to that. So use that as your ground for the transmission. Then what we need to do is we need to find a power lead that does not lose connectivity when you start the Jeep. I learned this when I tried to do this earlier. So what happens when you don't have a good ground or a good power is everything lights up square. This doesn't light up. But what happens if we just put this to just a regular accessory, what happens is when you go to start it, the transmission loses power to it for a second. Then what happens after that, it kind of goes, and then that's it. And you watch the gauge kind of flip out with the park and drive and all that. That means you're losing power to the transmission. So I found this out last night when I tried to fire the Jeep for the first time. So found a wire that will work, and how we do about that, just to verify depending on what you have. So I found that I'm going to be splicing into this pink wire with a green stripe. You can see where I've been making the mark already. So what I have is a power probe. This thing is amazing. So right now with the key off, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to probe this, and it should beep at us. Okay, whoops, I think I have the beeper off, but we should. Okay, it's flashing 0, or had 0, okay? So 0. Now, I'm gonna do is when we turn the key, okay, when I turn the key on to run, we want to make sure we have, see if I'm trying to do this one-handed, so we have 12 volts. The big thing is what happens when we go to crank it. You want to have two hands, watch that. And if you watch that drop below the voltage, sorry, I'm still trying to probe it. But anyhow, if you watch it drop below that 12.5 volts or whatever, what happens is the transmission loses connectivity. So you need to make sure that when you do that and you crank the key, that nothing on the voltage side stays the same. So on mine, 2008, like I said, it's going to be the pink with green wire that we're going to have that on. So you can see a little mark. So I am going to splice this. This is out in my steering column. So I am going to solder to that. I'm going to solder the yellow wire to it. And then we're going to do a little test fire.
Right. So buttoned everything up. Got the power wires all hooked up.
Okay, you can see how everything's lighting up like it's supposed to now, doing its all self-check stuff. You also notice I have a little bit more miles on it than what I did in the beginning of wiring this all up. I also have my ESP shut off. You'll also notice the shifter lights up like it's supposed to. okay? So then you'd be able to do your test fire. Just runs nice and healthy. Shifter's doing what it's supposed to be doing. All right, so also another way that you know if you don't have correct power going to the transmission, when you go to turn the key, you're gonna see this shifter will flash and it'll like almost like make a lining of like a, you know, kind of deal. So anyhow, that includes wiring of the transmission for the 8HP70. If anybody has any questions, feel free to hit me up. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Or you can holler at Todd at Jeep Speed. So hope this all works out for everybody.